It's January 16th, and my generation is experiencing the pressure cooker of just, let alone, there is the Capricorn planets, but that Sun conjunct Pluto at 29 that's coming up, it's like on the 20th, and then sometime along, like with, well, the 21st and the 22nd. Well, Pluto by the 22nd moves right into Capricorn with the Sun. I mean, it's together that they go and hand in hand, and that tells me that anyway, I've been talking about that several times, and but it's affecting my generation. But there's a whole collective that is affected, but particularly my generation, really. And see, there's a whole collective that has gone through particularly my generation because of the Pluto square. Their Pluto, it's Pluto in Capricorn square, their Pluto in Libra. It's just really hard on relationships. The last 14 years in general, the Librian consciousness is being dragged by the control system that probably doesn't care about the quality of human relationships that are happening. And that could be a danger for people, um, if it's just the money run. See, that's where Libra suffers. There's a controversy. We don't really know astrology according to, I mean, I really, when we get to Libra, and it's like, wait a minute, because it's really like saying, because we don't know astrology because we don't know anything about love. Once it gets to Libra, we get to love, or whatever the self-organizing consciousness is that can achieve perfection, such as playing music. That you just feel. I mean, talk about love. You're like, a lot of people think the musician is just all right with them, and um, so it's very mysterious. And to me, a lot drops off right at that point, and then what Libra is dealing with looking at Capricorn is like just a snag away from the human energy part, which is the love, the delicacy of the mechanism that weighs things out and does a really good job at working, basically, right? Yeah. Really gets into it, sacrifices itself, rain or shine, unconditional love. There you go, human energy. Kind of snagged away from it, even um, owning its own existence as being there. It's like, wait a minute, am I here or not? That's really what a problem that the Libra has. It's the sun is in fall there. It's not a strong ego, therefore, ruled by Venus no less, but it is structured by Saturn. It has a sense of like justice. It's like, excuse me, it will stand up. It does. That's what's a trippy thing. Unlike the other Venus ruled planets like Taurus, it's not that. It's masculine. It's Mars ruled. It's a Mars ruled. It's a masculine. I'm sorry. It's a masculine Venus ruled sign. Unlike Taurus. Taurus is a feminine Venus ruled sign. And so Libra kind of stands up and goes, excuse me, I see, that's why they make good lawyers. They do tend to fight diplomatically for other people and stand up and say, excuse me, what did you, they're the first ones really that will stand up for people in such a way that Aries doesn't have that tactfulness and as a matter of fact kind of deal, and still will cock back and slug somebody in the face. That's a Libra rising. You got to watch out for them. They have the feminine, I was going to say urge, which is very high strung compared to Mars, believe it or not. The woman is exhibiting a hotter heat that is Venus. Venus's surface is a lot hotter than Mars, and it's mysterious too. We don't know what kind of life is really flourishing there. We just don't know what's happening with any of it, folks. We really don't. We're being fed something, and we see a loop-to-loop happening too. Like, well, we really don't know. We're still looking. getting back to, yes, this energy with the Capricorn sun, and then the Mars Capricorn now that's squaring the fuck out of my planets, and the Libra generation. It's the early degree Libra generation. It's like another whipping from this fucking system that says, no, by the way, and maybe you should look at this, and then look at that, and get to work with this, and maybe it's like that, and it feels so pummeling. It's like a rerun of the last 14 years, as far as I'm concerned, with this preview of Sun moving through early degree Capricorn, squaring and about to squaring my generation, and about to make an epic conjunction with Pluto in the last degree of Capricorn, which pretty much says, kiss you goodbye. We have Aquarius that's going to spruce up Libra with the Pluto pill in there. But really, I'm worried about that conjunction of that clique. You know, talk about clique. The narcissist, the money people that say the rise of love and peace and harmony and understanding. We have a different plan for you, and that's kind of been what has been going on. We've seen that 3 or 4 years ago. We've seen the literal stopping of evolution of human consciousness by way of inducing fear programming, bringing up all this stuff, and even allowed to enter into some bodies based in that, and that was, we have yet to see. Well, we do see it. It's a repulsion system. These people have a spinning electromagnetic field that's going a certain way, and other people that didn't do that get the C19 thing don't have that. They have a different one, that's speeding up, or one slowing down. Who knows? But it's like magnets that they go, whoop, they don't really, and good for the warlords. They have people constantly fighting over if it's not just an idea. Now they're very so-called biology is exuding this frequency that in fact was patented now. They're like, well, now we own you, and they can just press a button and wipe that out. It seems like that's what that meant. All right, Shaunish Sci-Fi, if you stay with me this long, let's get back to all the past 14 years of torture from Capricorn onto a lot of my generation who's Libra, who, if you're still in that relationship after 10, 14 years, that really, you, you know, my experience is that relationships were in question. Libra was in question. Maybe take a break. I had to take a break. I have so much Libra, and I had a 14-year relationship, and it had to fall all apart. Otherwise, that person, he tried to make it back to me, but I was so immersed, and he knew it too. He went. I had to go take care of my mom. People kept dying. That's Pluto. Pluto square you. Fuck, you're gonna have all kinds of. If not, you'll just be sucked into something that you need to get the hell out of. Yes, Pluto has a way of suffocating those who don't want to adhere to the truth. It becomes the torture um, until you change. It becomes the creature of bad habit or whatever, the shadow that follows you around that you can't seem to get rid of. And yeah, thank you for listening to that. I mean, that's the Pluto energy when it's not being looked at. It's the truth when you don't look at it. So moving into Aquarius, the house of friends, and Aquarius. Some people like me and the rest of humanity, I speak for humanity, are being see, by the time, I say for me, but it's really by the time it hits the degree of 3 degrees. For me, it's by the time it hits literal 6 degrees, because that's when my house cusp change. But for everybody, by the time it's deeper into the degree of 3 degrees, which is until next year, believe it or not, Pluto is going to go back into 29-degree Capricorn for like 3 months or something, starting in November, for one more time this year. Maybe something better will have happened by then, and then we won't be so depressed by then. We'll just say, oh, fuck, there that is again, and kiss that goodbye. Just throw it in the trash. Clear it out. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all this memorabilia from my family, and it's like, not that I don't love them or anything. That's the thing, is the cancers think that, they hold on to that, and they create a shell. That's my Saturn in Cancer. That's the home. That's where I'm at. I mean, I'm very just up front. That's what the Aries is, and that's why I say I am humanity. It's because everything is frank in the same house, and we're all going through this as the organism. What next? Pluto is going to mess with our friends, and by the time it gets deeper into 3, 4, 5 Aquarius, deep officially in Aquarius, we will know who our friends are. We will have new friends collaborated to our vibrational frequency that we worked so hard to maintain, at least during the last 3 years, say when we're transitioning and finding out like, things are falling out apart, and then what is love, and really for the Libra generation, I don't see anybody around me that really made it. I don't really, I mean, unless they contact me and say, hey, what is reality? Let's just sit together. Can we just sit with it? Yes, that's what I've been doing. I'm like, don't look now. Here comes another announcement that I think is going to happen on the 20th of the 20th. It's going to be ego shattering. It's going to try to be. See, this is what I really think. Is that um, something is going to try to do that, but the sun's going to be there shining on it and say, no, purification time. Sun conjunct Pluto. These people who are born that way, with that aspect within like 3 or 2 degrees, they don't have a choice but to become like their sun now identifies with it's infused with Pluto, so now it's scorpionic, and it's like transformation time, and they're always about they are very deep people. They don't really want to hear about the weather. They want to know what's causing the shitty weather. Did you know that there's something out there always trying to take hold, but that's not the point. But really, it could be definitely Pluto is going to expose things. It just shines the light in the closet and says, "What's in the closet?" And it's like, really, that's the Scorpio vibe. Just think of Halloween, and when people think about it, they don't know how to think about it. Don't you remember skeletons and witches and things? It's like, scary. Well, that's just the truth for you. That's what that symbolism means. The witch, that's really really good person that is made evil. Like, oh, Jesus, was that you? Or any of the next women over there, they're like, you know what? We can control all of civilization with just making our own medicines, and especially safe birth control. Are we having sex consciously? Oh, watch out, the men might get hooked, and then the church goes away, and they'll find out who their leaders are. Every day they'll wake up, what are we doing? Their leader is right there. Well, we're going to feel good. That's it. Money comes out. In joy we trust. Yay, we figured it out. Thanks to Shauna.